Oh! Help the Inquisition. They may be vulnerable to corruption. Or we throw them out of Orlais. More troops for the Inquisition. Good thing. Essentially corrupted if something like this calling happens again. Bad thing. The calling, so they'll wander off to die. Bad thing. They're soldiers, but because of that they may not be reliable. The question becomes, do I start thinking of what happens beyond this issue? If we destroy Corypheus, will there be another Blight somewhere down the line? And if so, will Orlais need the Grey Wardens? Well, yes. I'm not prepared for this. Do I have the authority to banish them from Orlais? I think I've done that before. I've banished someone from Ferelden. The Avar bloke. Was it Avar? I think it was Avar. I kind of banished... No, it was his dad, wasn't it? They may be vulnerable to corruption. That worries me, because it makes me think that there's going to be a wee delve. That you may have like another... Well, you may have like another wee mission if you do that. If you get... Right. Ignore that. So Alec's a bit of a romantic. The Grey Wardens are great heroes. Stroud has proved it. How can I say what I've just said about Stroud and yet banish them from Orlais? However, oops, my character is not a fan of demons. I mean, the whole we need to kill this nightmare thingy. And that's what these guys have been doing. However, these guys sided with us during the fight. The problem with that is they were still willing to go along with Clarel until we turned up. The thing is, it depends what he means by get out of Orlais. Like, is it going to be I banish you forever and today? Not good. If it's like, if it weren't banishment, but go to Ferelden, go to Weishaupt, rebuild. The Grey Wardens can't be a part of the Inquisition. I mean, there's so much stuff about the Grey Wardens that the Inquisition doesn't know and probably shouldn't know for the sake of the Grey Wardens. I want to keep them. I want them to stay. Because Grey Wardens are awesome. We saw this in Origins in particular, but also a few times in 2. We just saw it with Stroud. But I don't think there's a way to have them be in the Inquisition that makes sense. In the Inquisition, we'd need to know about the joining, we'd need to know about the calling. And we know a bit about the calling, but we need to know about the joining and what happens there. And I don't think anyone would be particularly happy with sharing that. I don't see how the Inquisition could be an authority over the Grey Wardens. I don't think the Inquisition should be an authority over the Grey Wardens either. I know it says help there, doesn't it? But if they don't have any authority figure, who's going to be in charge? It's going to be us. They're going to come under the Inquisition. But these guys, these Grey Wardens, didn't do it. I mean, we can tell that because he's a warrior and he ain't dead. So this group didn't take part in the ritual, didn't summon the demons, didn't take part in blood magic. Both of which are probably more contentious points with Alec. Should we punish the entire group? I like to imagine this happening in real time and everyone's just like staring at Alec, just waiting for him to come to a decision, and he's just like, boop, boop. I have to pick between these two options. That sucks. More troops, question mark, versus what? What happens to the Grey Wardens if we throw them out? Will they side with Corypheus? I would assume not. Will they work against him elsewhere? Potentially. I mean, this is the thing, is I don't know what I'm going to say here. I'm banishing them, and they won't help me. So it's like saying, this is what will happen, here's a downside. They may be vulnerable to corruption. So let's think about corruptions that happen. So it's basically the calling, isn't it? So they'll go off to the deep roads or whatever and get killed. Or they'll go completely and utterly bonkers like Anders and try and blow up a church. Oh wait, that's what started this. But I can't blame Grey Wardens for that. He was independent, he was working apart from the Grey Wardens. I want them to stay, but I think part of me's thinking that I should banish them. Right. Alright, more troops. But I don't want them under the Inquisition, which is what I'm worried this is. Like, is this kind of more conscription? I don't like that. If they ally with us, he's just said they've got no figures of authority. Will that mean that they end up being subsumed into the Inquisition anyway? This is where I'd like to know what this means. Like, if it's like a gentle go to Weishaupt, rebuild, but banishment seems a bit more. Yes, thank you, Wind and Tumbleweed. I think I'm going to see what this one's like, and if it's too harsh, I'll come back. But I don't know what too harsh means. Because that's the thing, they can't stay in Orlais. They need to rebuild, and they can't do that in Orlais while they're dealing with all the politics and everything. From a practical perspective, they either need to go away and rebuild, or essentially become part of the Inquisition. And I don't think the Inquisition can be the Grey Wardens. Yeah, I think we're sticking with this. I think I might, if it gets too, I might come back. I'm half expecting a load of disapproves, but
You leave. The unfortunate truth is that you're still vulnerable to Corypheus. Without Stroud to guide you, leaving the Wardens unchecked is a risk I'm not willing to take.
By the authority of the Inquisition, you are banished from Southern Thedas.
Hawk will oversee your return to the Warden Fortress at Weishaupt.
Whoa! That just said Orlais.
Your worship, I would stay, if you allow it, and continue our fight.
One, you didn't say all of Thedas. You said Orlais. Game, you're lying. I'm thinking of going back now. I didn't think about Blackwall. Because the thing is, if I send the Grey Wardens away, I really should send Blackwall away, even though asterisk, I don't think he's actually a Grey Warden. Sending him away... Right. They're banished from all of Southern Thedas. And actually, that makes an awful lot of sense, what he said about Stroud. It's... I think what I've just done is do a very weird... It's just... His character has just jumped. Made this really weird leap. Because Stroud should stay to make them look better. And now Stroud's gone. You should be banished. That's not their fault. I'm going to... I can't click. Right, I'm going to say leave as well.
The banishment applies to all wardens.
I understand, Inquisitor.
Everyone greatly disapproves. Yeah, I know. I'm going to reload.
Good luck, Inquisitor. It's been an honor.
As I think about it, I think...
Take care of Varric for me.
As I think about it, I think I should reload. And then do the opposite of the last ones. Hello, achievement. I'm not sure what you're about, but I'm going to come back and ignore you. Currently can't reload during a thing. I just want to reload at this point, game. Because what you said would happen and what actually happened were different enough for me to be a bit grumpy. Banish them from Orlais. I'm going to banish you from all of Southern Thedas. That includes Ferelden. Would that mean I was banishing the king of Ferelden? Fiona? They're former ones, but... Blackwall had to be included in that, because otherwise the Inquisition is like, oh, this law applies to everyone. Oh wait, not this guy. I like this guy. And like, Fiona's a great... Like, how are you counting Grey Warden? Are you counting former Grey Wardens? Because then Fiona's gone. King Alistair's banished from Ferelden. I know he's not an active Grey Warden, but that still doesn't make any sense.
Hawk sent me one final report. He's on his way to Weishaupt. The Grey Wardens are gone as well. Adamant Fortress has been sealed.
No, it hasn't. I don't know what you're talking about.
Corypheus a significant blow, Inquisitor.
We need to capitalize on this. Can I... No, I can't. I've got to go play through. Alright, let's capitalize on this.
The Grey Wardens are active in other nations. If we put out a discreet warning about the danger they pose...
We may improve our standing with nations already concerned about the Wardens. I will take the matter to Josephine. You took an army from Corypheus, but that will matter little if Orlais falls into chaos.
Yes, I know.
All arrangements have been made for the ball in Halam Shiral. Let us know when you are ready to proceed.
What are our plans? Oh, I have things to do first.
I'll go as soon as I am able.
Good. Cullen, Josephine and I will discuss the best way to gain an audience with the Empress. Speak with us when you are ready. What was she like? Divine Justinia, or her soul, or the spirit that took her form. I read your report. I know it isn't clear, but...
She was at peace.
She seemed calm, serene even. And she guided us the whole way through.
That does sound like her.
She did ask me to tell you something, though. She said, I'm sorry. I failed you too.
Oh. I should finish this before it slips my mind. Perhaps later we might discuss the matter further.
I will come back once I've changed the past. I don't like the way he said it, so I want to go to the autosave here. It's just the 2 points just seemed leaving Stroud behind, but then not keeping the Grey Wardens, especially the way he spoke. Oh, because Stroud is no longer here, I've got to banish you. It's like, well, if you think that's the case, then why give me that option? I'm sure I quicksaved after this. But, why give me the option if the way it's spoken is the other option's already around? Seems a bit unfair to say, Stroud, stay behind. Oh, by the way, Grey Wardens are going to be banished because Stroud stayed behind.
If you would, please tell Liliana. I am sorry. I fell for you too.
Right, yes, we'll do this again. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, that's annoying.
I grow fat on your fear.
Oh, you're attacking this thing, are you? Like, no, it's not doing any damage because the game doesn't accept the fact that you could be doing damage at this point. La ta ta tam. Oh, you've
You cannot stand
changed
against
shields again.
me.
I don't remember you doing that. I think you did, but... Whoa, 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 what are we doing? Check Solus. I'm guessing that Solus also greatly approved of the thing that I'm about to not have done. I think I saw that. But it's just also the kind of conflicting way he spoke. Like, Stroud was a hero who died to do this, died to save people from the Blight. Oh, by the way, because of his death, I'm going to banish all Grey Wardens. Like, and when it was just Olay, I found that easier to think about, because just being Olay isn't that bad. Well, just being Olay, it doesn't limit you as much as Ferelden as a whole. And then, what's the other point I'm making? Yeah, and then you got the idea of, does it apply to former Grey Wardens as well? Yeah, probably. Knowing my luck. Oh. I'm slowed. No. It's going on a little bit longer than the last one. Hello. Oh yes, because they died, didn't they? Because we killed him.
You are nothing.
Running around. Oh no, I used my thing. Powers. Oh, I didn't get to loot him. Curses. Yeah, I know.
need to clear a path! Go! I'll cover you.
No, you were right. The Grey Wardens caused this. A warden must...
A warden must help them rebuild. That's your job. Corypheus is mine.